welcome back to my channel. But today's video is gonna be a story time about the time I saved someone's life. You could say that, because to me, I did save her life. Like, I don't know, you don't know how people are gonna be if you didn't just do that one thing. And I'm standing up today. But you don't know how things would have happened if you didn't do that thing to save the person, or like you didn't take action. Instead of being a bystander, I was an upstander. So like that's it. Like, I'm just gonna tell y'all, stay tuned if you're interested, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what y'all think. I need ideas. Like, what do y'all want me? I could do a story time about anything. Well, actually no, because I had to think long and hard for this story time, because I'm like, girl, you ain't even do nothing. Like, you go to school, you come home, like that's all you do. But I didn't know what to talk about, and I was just thinking mad hard before I went to bed last night, and I was like, girl, you saved somebody's life before. Like, just talk about that. Like, who doesn't want to know? Like, who doesn't want to talk about heroism and stuff like that? Even though I don't consider myself a hero, I just consider myself a good, kind-hearted Samaritan. That's enough talking. Let's just get into the story time. So, okay, so this happened, I want to say a year ago. Like, it was not that long ago. I think it was either last summer or like, so it was like, maybe, I don't know if we was out of school yet. I don't think we was. I think it was like closer to summertime, but this was like last year, and it was me and my best friend. I don't know, I can't remember where we was going, why we was there or anything, but okay, so me and my best friend went to we went to McDonald's, and like, where I live, a McDonald's is not that far. We get into McDonald's and we're just talking about girl stuff, doing what best friends do. And we was like, yeah, because we knew that we was hungry, so we was like, okay, let's get something to eat at McDonald's. And we went in there. And then we was in McDonald's. I'm trying to make this short because I don't want to talk on and on and on and on. But we go into McDonald's and we first we sit down and we talk about what we want to order. Anyway, so I was like to her, fast forward after that, I was like, yo, I really have to use the bathroom. I think we was gonna like explore the world. So I was like, yo, I really have to use the bathroom before we get this food and stuff. And she was like, I'm gonna come with you. So as we're walking to the side of the McDonald's where we came in from the parking lot side. So when you come in, the bathroom is to your right, and the seating area and the tables and stuff is to your left. So we came in, we took a left to the seating area, but then we had to walk straight to make it back to the bathroom that's on the right. So we started walking to the bathroom, and then there's this lady. She's a grown woman, like grown enough to have like kids probably my age, or kids maybe around my age, maybe younger. But like, I'm 17. She was a grown lady. That's what I'm trying to say. She was a grown lady. She comes out the bathroom and she's just like, oh, there's this, like, because she sees me and my best friend going in there. She's like, oh, there's this lady passed out in the bathroom, and da 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 da. And we're looking at the lady, and then she's just like, I think I should go call the manager. I'm like, I think that would be a good idea too. But at the time I was confused. I'm like, what? Me and my best friend is like, what are you talking about right now? And she's like, yeah, like there's this lady that's passed out, and I can see her like under the stall. So I'm like, I'm gonna still pee regardless. At the time I was being selfish. I was like, I don't care what this lady's talking about. I'm gonna still use the bathroom because I have to pee. Like, I really had to pee too. So we walk into the bathroom stall, and immediately the first thing I see is the lady passed out on the floor. And she's not in the other in the McDonald's I have, the one I live close to, it's 3 stalls. There's like the 2 skinny stalls and like the handicap stall, or the one for bigger people or whatever. So she's in the handicap stall, and since it's the biggest one, you can clearly see her body spread out on the floor. Like, it's not even like maybe in the skinnier stall she could be like sitting down and like you could just see her legs, but no, she's in the big stall and she's really on the floor. So I can't remember the thoughts that was going through my head, but my first immediate reaction was, yo, I have to help this lady. Like, I don't know if it was like, okay, I'm not heavily religious, but I'm gonna just say it anyway because it's my video, my channel, I say what I want. It was just like the grace of God and the spirit of God that just went into me, and I was like, yo, you really have to help this lady. Or it could have just been the kindness out of my own heart, or like the way I was created in this world. I immediately, this is like the fastest I've ever moved. I got down on all 4s, and I kind of put my head under the stall, and I pulled her body. My best friend was still behind me. I pulled her body because she was a short lady. She was a really petite lady. I'm 5'3.5", and she was like right here. She wasn't taller than me. And so I pulled her, like, her body halfway out the stall because I couldn't get her whole body. Like, she was dead weight. Like, she wasn't heavy, but I can't remember if it was like her stuff or her head. There was something in the way. There was a reason why I couldn't pull her out of the stall. Like, I would have pulled her all the way out into like the floor so she can just have some space, but I pulled her halfway out the stall. And then my heart started beating even faster because her eyes were closed, and there was nothing, like, there was no sign of like life. There was nothing. She was heavy. She, like, you know when you're sleeping and stuff like that, she was like dead weight. That's what she felt like, dead weight. My heart went into my throat. My heart didn't drop to my stomach. My heart was in my throat because I was about to throw up my own heart. I started hitting her and slapping her, like, pretend this is, oh, I got you. This is her head. This is my little wig head. Her name is Priscilla. This is the lady at McDonald's. So I was just like, I wasn't like hitting her hard, but I was like going like this, trying to wake her up. I was shaking her arm and stuff. I was just trying to wake her up, and I was like, wake up, wake up, wake up. I was like, excuse me, miss, wake up. Like, I was taking her face, and I was like hitting her left side, her right side, and she wasn't waking up. So this is when this is when my heart started pounding real hard, but I had to keep my cool. Like, in certain situations, I'm one of those people that are good to have in certain situations because I'll keep my cool. So I kept my cool, I retained myself, and my hands were getting sweaty too. I started hitting her harder. Like, I'm sorry, but I actually did make a fist towards the end. I was like hitting her. I started smacking her really hard. I started shaking her body like really hard. And I started pulling her hair, like really pulling her hair. Because I'm like, anything, if she feels like the little slightest bit of pain, she's going to try to wake up. Her body's going to automatically, like, I don't know if it's like a reflex or whatever, but her body's going to want to wake up. So I keep hitting her. I'm like not punching her hard because these are not hard hits, but I'm really slapping her up. I'm really slapping this lady up. So I'm hitting her, I'm pulling her hair, I'm like pulling it, and she's still not waking up. So this is when my eyes started to water because I'm like, I got like really emotional because I'm like, yo, this lady is probably really dead. So, oh my God, I forgot to tell y'all the reason why she's even passed out. So as soon as I see her passed out in the stall, like before I drag her body out, when I walked into the stall, she had like the little, after I pulled her body out, she had, you know when the doctor is trying to find your vein, when they're like trying to give you a shot right here, she had the little blue plastic thing wrapped up on her arm, and her needles were like this big. So I think she was doing heroin in the bathroom, because this is why I almost forgot this part, because I didn't see like what her situation was until I pulled her out. So when I pulled her body halfway out, that's when I seen the blue thing on her arm, and there was like the pills and stuff, not pills, like the needles and stuff, and everything that was in her backpack. She had like a like a bulky backpack. Everything was spilled on the floor, and I think there was like stuff on top of her, and that's when everything spilled out on the ground. So I gave her one last tug on her head, and she woke up. She woke up. She woke up like this. She was like like that. Like when I tell you, you never seen somebody really scared until they wake up at a place and they don't know where they are, they don't know who they are, they don't know how they got where they were or anything. So the lady woke up and it was like, you know how cartoon characters, like when something happens, their eyes get like really big. Her eyes were big. Like I would never ever forget that look on that lady's face, because it even scared me. Like she was like so scared, and so like she's waking up to this random black girl beating her head in a McDonald's bathroom stall. Like that would be scared too. Like, so this lady, she had like brown hair. She was a brunette. She was a white woman. And I can't remember if her eyes were blue or brown. I just remember that they were huge. They were huge when she woke up. So when she woke up, she's like, she starts not screaming, but she was slurring her words. She was like, I'm sorry. And then she got like more like consciousness. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And she was trying to pack everything up in her bag, because obviously I seen her needles. I seen her trying to shoot the thing up in her arm, because that's what the blue doctor stretchy band thing was coming from. She had, I'm trying to remember what else she had on the floor. I just know that the needle is the first thing that caught my attention. So she wakes up, and then me and my best friend start saying to her, yo, open the door. And she's like, I'm sorry. And then I had to get rough with her for a minute. I was like, open the door. And she finally opened the door, and she was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened, da 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 da. And then that's when the manager finally walks in, after I just, not physically, but I just beat this lady up unconscious, because I told you, I started out with light hits, and then I really started hitting her hard because I wanted her to wake up, and I felt bad. I was about to cry if she was really dead, and I'm trying to save this lady, and she's dead, because I don't know how long she was in the bathroom, and obviously no one came to check on her. It's either only that one lady came in, and that lady is a dummy, because how you gonna, I could never walk into a stall and see somebody, if I could show y'all like physical video evidence of how fast I dropped to my all fours to save that lady, to help that lady, to try to wake her up. And you gonna tell me you gonna walk in and see somebody pass out, you're not gonna do nothing? This is the thing that's wrong with people nowadays. The thing is that people don't realize all we have is each other in this world. And if you can't learn how to help each other and how to try to save each other and be good to one another and be kind to one another, then you might as well just jump off a cliff and never do nothing with your life. Because there's people like you, the reason why innocent kids die. People like you, why people like her are probably doing that because they feel like they ain't got nobody. There's always a negative reason why people start doing drugs. So I'm never gonna do drugs. I don't smoke and I don't drink. I never smoke and I never drink in my life. I'm just gonna be the one that's just gonna drive everybody home, like when everybody's wasted. But back to my story. So she wakes up. The manager finally comes in. The manager he kind of catches a little tone with me. He's gonna ask me what's wrong and stuff like that. I'm like, first of all, you need to be fired, and all y'all staff needs to be fired, because this lady, I don't know how long this lady been in this bathroom, but I just saved her life, and I should be on TV, because this girl probably would have died, because it took me a minute to wake her up. This didn't happen in 30 seconds. This took me a couple minutes, and obviously that lady was there, passed out, before I came in there. I don't know how long she was in the bathroom, but that lady didn't even thank me, and I don't want her to say thank you to me. I just want her to be careful, and I want her to be safe, and I want her to learn from that situation, because if it wasn't me, if God didn't give me enough sense to understand that I need to help this woman, she probably would have stayed there too long. She probably would have died. Whatever the drugs were, it's strong enough to make her pass out long enough, and then what if one day she just passes out and never wakes up? just never wakes up. Like, that's the thing that people don't understand. Stop. I'm not I'm not your mother, I'm not your father, and I can't tell y'all what to do, but stop doing drugs. It's not worth it. Stop trying to drink and drive. It's not worth it. Stop trying to do drugs. Stop smoking weed. Anyway, so the lady, they finally called the manager. The ambulance was on its way. The lady just comes out, and when we first walked into McDonald's, when we were sitting down, like I told y'all, there was a group of teenagers that were like out there, and me and my friend knew one of the boys, and then there was an older guy. He was probably like 40. He was in the corner, and when we finally came out the bathroom and they saw like the police officers and the manager, they asked us, the guy in the corner asked us what happened, and I was like, I just woke this lady up. She was passed out on the floor in the bathroom stall, and then he's like, oh, she OD'd, and I'm like, yeah, she was just passed out, and her needles were everywhere. She had the thing on her arm. I was like, she was trying to get a fix in the McDonald's bathroom. And then the guy was like to me, he was like, wow, that's like crazy, the thing that you did. And I think after that, I don't know if we went home, but when I did go home, I told my mom and my brother about it, and my mom was so proud of me. She was like, because you know why? Because there's gonna be a lot of people in the world that do drugs like that and do stuff like that, and even though they probably don't have like family and stuff, or have a bad life, that's probably why they're doing the drugs. But the point she was trying to make is that those type of people are gonna want people like me to like help them, you know, and stuff like that. I don't mean to get like all emotional and sentimental on y'all, but it was like, looking back on it, it was a really like scary experience, because I was like, oh my God, I'm getting teary-eyed, because I remember my heart was just like so tight, because I was trying, and I told y'all my eyes were watering up because I was squeezing. I was praying that this lady, I started sweating and everything and tearing up, because I was praying that this lady, to just make this lady wake up, just make her wake up. That's all I want. If she want to do drugs, do it. But I was like, don't let me try to help this lady and she's just not waking up. Like, it was just like, the way the situation happened, it just made me like, if I could go back to that day and give that lady a big hug and tell her, stop doing drugs, like, it's not worth it. Like, life gets better. This is what I tell people all the time. When you're in a situation, life gets better. Like, it's not gonna stay that way forever. Like, let's say you grow up in an abusive home. One day you're gonna go to college. One day you're gonna move out and do stuff on your own. Like, you don't have, nothing in your life is forever. Money is not forever. Love is not forever. Friends are not forever. Family's not even forever. So it was a scary moment for me. And it was a life-changing. Like, it just put my perspective into like a real peaceful, real thankful perspective. Because I'm like, if that was me on the bathroom stall, like if I was addicted to drugs and stuff like that, and I was passed out, I would want somebody like myself to come to me and try to wake me up, even when I don't deserve it. Even when I put myself in that situation, I would want somebody. Tired of telling people, stop being so damn cold-hearted to one another. Because if it was the other way around, if I was the person OD'd on drugs and she was the person that see me, I would want her to try to save my life like I was trying to save hers. You see what I mean? Like, people, we just need to stop being so goddamn selfish. You don't think what am I trying to say? People need to stop thinking that just because it's not someone you love, we shouldn't do nothing about it. I'm tired of people being bystanders. Like, when Junior was killed just a couple of months ago, there was mad people around him. And you mean to tell me nobody did anything? Even if it caused you to get little scrapes on your arm, or you getting a little stabbed 1-2-1-2. Not like stabbed as in killed, because it probably wouldn't have been that big of a situation if someone stepped in. But now that beautiful, beautiful boy is dead because there was so many bystanders around and no one did anything. Mom has taught me the right way, and my dad has taught me the right way, and God has taught me the right way. That it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about race either. It doesn't matter just because I was black and she was white. It doesn't matter. And to me, I saved her life because that's heroism. Hey, maybe she wouldn't have died. And maybe I didn't need to beat her head in. Maybe I didn't need to do that. But I helped her. That's all that matters. And that's all that matters. And I changed, probably, hopefully, I changed her life or made a wake-up call. I'm done talking. The moral of the story, people need to do better. People need to do better. People don't do drugs, one. That's a stupid reason for you to ever pass out somewhere and risk your life and lose your life for no reason. Two, we need to do better as mankind. Stop thinking just because she ain't never do nothing for you. Stop taking out your phones and recording people and do something. Stop being a bystander and be an upstander, because the more people upstand, the more people we can say. I don't know that lady. I don't even know her name. I knew that she was a small lady with brown hair. She was a brunette. She was white. She was, that's it. That's all I know. She had like a black tank top on and a big bulky black backpack. And that's all I know about her. But I love her. That's the thing. I love everything. I love most things. And all you stupid people that's about to say, well, love is a strong word, da 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 da. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Because you sound dumb. You need love. That's why you're saying that. Because you need love. Because you're bitter. Anyway, so moral of the story, I said this like 50 times. I'm saying it is, like I said, do better. Don't do drugs. Love, and just love one another. Tell me, how many of y'all would have, and I know everybody's about to lie on this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Would you rather take out your phone and snap it, say, oh, this lady is passed out and her needle is right there, or would you rather do what I did and try to help her? I didn't even take out my phone once. I didn't even Snapchat about it after the situation over. I went home and I told my mom, and my mom loved me for that. She was like, because people like you is why there's, even though the world is full of hate, there's that little small percentage of people that still has good in their heart. And I'm a part of that percentage. And I'm happy I'm part of that percentage. I'm going to die a part of that percentage. That's the end of my video. Just be good people. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's the same thing. _King Moura. So _KINGMOURA. And add me on Snapchat at Queen Sharp. QUEENSHARP. Queen Sharp. And just like I said, be kind to one another. Like Ellen DeGeneres. You know what she says at the end? She'd be like, just be kind to one another. And stop. And don't do drugs. Don't do anything. It's not worth it. Because your life could go like that, just like you was born just like that. Like, just how you was made, just like that. All it took was for your daddy. Let me not get into that. But, yeah. I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me. Hopefully, this video didn't come off in the wrong way. Because I know I'm going to look back on this and be like, girl, why is you yelling? But that's how I feel. That is it for this video, and I love you guys so much. Mwah. Mwah. Feel like I can fly, yeah. Sandberg check, Bill Bella check, take the L at the ball, just so